Tonight on Wolf Tracks, it's a chilly 42 degrees outside. Time to break out your bathing suits. Join in on all the fun as we dive headfirst into Olalla's Polar Bear Plunge. And speaking of diving, the SK men's dive team have been making big splashes in recent league competition. Find out their secret to success with our in-depth look at the finer points of men's dive. All of this and more, right here on Wolf Tracks.
Hi, and welcome to the first Wolf Tracks video of 2011. I'm Megan Renee. If you don't know, Wolf Tracks is produced by the advanced video students at South Kitsap High School. But not all of the stories are about SK. For instance, our cameras were there to celebrate the new year, Olalla style. Here's my story on the Polar Bear Plunge. What makes people jump off a 30-foot bridge in freezing weather? The Polar Bear Plunge, of course. Every year on January 1st, hundreds of people come to Olalla to celebrate the new year. They jump off, however, for different reasons.
Bones, the chapter president of Combat Veterans International Chapter 5, double dog dared me. So that means I got to do it.
This is a third timer.
We bike from Tacoma for fun, New Year's resolutions. And
Team unity.
Team unit.
No, our coach made us.
Our coach wanted us to do it.
Once you jump off the bridge, you are an official polar bear and are supposed to do it every year after that.
I'm a charter member. I've been here every year since 1984, so this is 27 years, our 28th jump this year. There were only 11 of us the first year and 2 dogs. And I think there's 3, maybe 4 of us that still come back every year.
But why do people choose Olalla for the new year?
We have a bridge, and the others don't. Otherwise, you got to just stand there and run in there and hold.
Though they have different experiences on what the jump was like.
Maybe just a little colder than average.
When you go under and it is like ice, you just start shaking instantly. It's a little cold for me. Probably like freezing.
It's really totally completely frozen.
It's cold!
And different ideas on what they should wear to the jump.
Oh my God.
Freezing.
If you feel like joining these festivities, they will be here every year on January 1st in Olalla, Washington, near the Old Al's grocery store and post office, with warm cocoa and a roaring bonfire.
Thanks, Megan. And if you want to take the plunge next year, there's still plenty of time to practice. Before we leave the winter season behind, we're taking you to another traditional community event that takes place right here in Port Orchard. Watch the downtown waterfront transform in the Festival of Chimes and Lights.
Downtown Port Orchard was in full holiday swing as thousands gathered to kick off the holiday season during the 12th Annual Festival of Chimes and Lights. This free event offered family fun for all ages starting at noon and ending at 8 p.m. with the main events taking place in the evening. Various Bay Street businesses provided complimentary chili, cookies, cocoa, and candy canes to keep everyone warm and holiday spirits high. The Morningside Bakery even made hundreds of gingerbread men for children to decorate.
Merry Christmas from Morningside Bakery.
When the cookies were finished, just outside the bakery and down the street, the Orchard Theater gave a free screening of the new film adaptation of author Debbie Maycumber's Call Me Mrs. Miracle. On hand to introduce the movie were the movie's producers Dan Wigatow and Caroline Moore, and also Debbie Maycumber herself, who always enjoys participating in the Festival of Chimes and Lights.
The festival downtown is such a great community thing of bringing our community together and turning on those lights. It's joyous. It's fun. It's family time. It's laughter. It's just a lot of fun to be together. Last year, they estimated 10,000 people were at Lights and Chimes and Lights, and I mean, that's the population of Port Orchard. And so people come from everywhere to celebrate that. It's become a real tradition in our town.
Another largely anticipated event was the Pooch and Purr Parade. Owners dressed their precious pets up and marched them down Bay Street in front of the large crowd. The parade consisted mostly of dogs, but there were some cats and, yes, even a rabbit. After the pets had marched down Bay Street, the crowd themselves marched on down to City Hall for the main event, the lighting of the tree. Prior to the lighting, the community was led in some carols by the mayor of Port Orchard, Larry Coppola. Finally, the clock struck 6 and the moment everyone had been waiting for had come. After the tree had been lit, the big man himself, Santa Claus, and Mrs. Claus rode in on a fire engine escorted by the South Kitsap High School Marching Band.
The thing I liked best about being here was seeing Santa.
The Festival of Chimes and Lights gets bigger and better every year. It is a wonderful event that really brings the community together around the holiday season.
What I really like about the Festival of Chimes and Lights is it brings a lot of people together. It brings families together, brings people from all walks of life together in one place for one common, enjoyable evening. It's just the best of small town America to me.
Thanks to Jacob Bilderback for that wonderful story.
Our next story takes place right here at South. It's the annual SKHS Talent Show. Earlier this month, the auditorium was packed with entertainment.
We went behind the scenes so you can have a sneak peek, so check it out.
Junior class presents to the SKHS student body the 2011 Talent Show. The general audience only gets to enjoy the final production, but we're taking you behind the scenes of the talent show, introducing you to the people and acts whose preparation for the show made it a sold-out success. Planning began months ago for the junior class and one of their advisors, Mr. Pinillo.
Because we have so many talented students who can excel in so many different areas, but we don't always get a chance to see them, and they never get a chance to highlight them because we're a school of almost 2,000. So band and choir students do great in band and choir, and occasionally they'll have solos, but this gives them another outlet. We have students who write their own music, perform their own music. They've been doing it forever. Some have just started, and they're really good.
This year's production showcases various acts, including a talented young man, Don Mahilio, a junior class officer, and a crazy good drummer. The talent show is a once-a-year opportunity for students to take their turn in the spotlight, and emotions are running high.
I think I'm going to perform well above expectations. I'm a little nervous due to the fact that technical difficulties that happened at last year's talent show might happen again this year, but I'm excited, really nervous, but hopefully I'll pull out something good.
Everyone gets their spark of interest from somewhere. Don's love of drumming came from the ladies.
Girls love musicians, and so I was like, I gotta learn how to play something. I could play guitar, drums, piano. I play the whole thing, but drums is my main forte. I even have a YouTube channel getting up pretty big there, almost 800 subscribers, and I make a video every week, once in a while, all that good stuff, so yeah.
The night of the final production, the lights were down, the curtains opened, and the show began. The talent show is an amazing opportunity for SKHS students to show off their skills and have the spotlight on them. Lights, Smiles, 2011 Talent Show.
If If you missed the talent show this year, you can always check it out on SKTV, channel 205. And as you can tell, we have plenty of talent roaming the halls here in SK. Things like carpentry, indoor plumbing, and hanging sheetrock. I'm talking about our very own students participating in the Habitat for Humanity project. Take a look. For over 35 years, Habitat for Humanity has been helping families in need build affordable, decent houses. In 2006, Miss Ness, a teacher at South Kitsap High School, began taking out student volunteers once a month to work on these homes. This is the Habitat for Humanity build in Bremerton, Washington on January 11th, 2011. Students come out for all different kinds of reasons. Some to fulfill hours for community service, others to learn new skills, and others to simply help people in need.
It was a great experience. I got to my first time caulking, which is basically putting this white stuff on the, locking at the boards here. That was I had a blast doing that.
I'm Ilya, and this is my first year doing Habitat for Humanity, and today I did sheetrock and filled up holes and did plumbing.
Today I helped put up roofing and I shoveled a bunch of dirt.
Today I worked on plumbing and heating, and what I really enjoy about today is learning new stuff that I would probably never have learned going to college, like trying to put faucets together, stuff like that.
I'm really bad at hammering, but I'm good at holding up sheetrock, so makes up for it.
Most adults on site work on these houses many times a year. They enjoy passing on skills to students and making the world a better place.
Well, I enjoy doing Habitat for Humanity because of all the young people that I get to work with. It's a good learning experience, really great thing. Helping people help themselves is a wonderful opportunity.
Just working with people, like the kids here today. It's enjoyable to teach them to do stuff, and then they get to learn things. I actually think they're having a good time. And of course, the big thing is we're putting together a home for a family that really needs it.
And we come out here and we end up learning a lot of skills, from sheetrocking to digging ditches to hanging siding, painting, putting up walls, framing, you name it, we learn to do it.
So I'm happy today that South Kitsap has come to join us. I've got a young man by the name of Kim, and he's been very, very good.
Whether or not you choose to work on a Habitat for Humanity build, it's hard not to believe in their goal, to make the world a better place, one home at a time.
Habitat for Humanity is just one way for students to get that special pride and satisfaction that comes with volunteering.
However, the one thing those new homes need is a new family pet.
If you're looking for a new family pet or another way to volunteer your time,
come with us on this next video to the Kitsap Humane Society.
thousands of pets each year become abused and abandoned. No pet deserves that horrible life. That is why a wonderful group of people rescue and rehabilitate animals and bring them to places such as the Kitsap Humane Society. It is here where animals get loved and cared for by staff and volunteers to ensure a great stay and to prepare them for a new and better life. The variety of animals the shelter takes in goes from hamsters and rabbits to cats and dogs. Since dogs and cats are more common, the first step is to determine whether they can be placed in a kennel with all of the other animals or if they need to be placed in isolation because they are far too aggressive or scared to be with other animals.
Abandoned to roam the streets. So she wasn't exactly, when I tried to put her on a leash and put her in my car, she was very scared, probably because she just got dumped, like an hour.
Animals that are too young go through the foster program where they are nurtured until they are ready to be placed with the other animals. Once the animals are placed in the proper area, the love and care begins. The main goal here for the staff and volunteers is a clean and safe environment and animal enrichment.
We are always looking for volunteers to do a wide variety of things around the shelter, including walking dogs. That's one of the volunteers' favorite things to do.
They are even building a new cat room that is going to be more sanitary and comfortable.
For animal enrichment, the staff follows a special program for the dogs called Open Paw. This is designed to help rebuild trust in dogs to make them more people-friendly. There are 3 exams a dog must pass to graduate. Since there are over 60 dog kennels, the staff keep to an organized chart of when the dogs are taken out and at what level of walking they are at, such as a dog with a red collar means they are an advanced walker. Along with the volunteers, regular visitors who are looking to adopt come by and visit the animals. These animals need new homes, and there are ways you can help. All it takes are a few simple steps to own the pet that stole your heart.
Come in if you find something that you're really interested in. We have you fill out an application. Then we set you up to meet the animal out in the exercise yard if it's a dog, or hold it if it's a cat. If the counselor will ask you some questions. If everything seems like a good match, the counselor will approve you or not approve you if it's not a good match. If it's approved, we put the animal up on the surgery schedule for surgery, and then it can go home the day it has surgery.
If you are not in the position to adopt, you can still help by volunteering or getting a job at the Humane Society. The Humane Society needs all the help it can get with caring for all these wonderful pets. This shelter is a no-kill shelter even, to guarantee that pets have a second chance at a new life no matter what. So come visit the Kitsap Humane Society today.
Thanks to Jessica and Ashley for that story. If you know anything about SK sports, you know we're a high school full of fierce competitors. The ladies in the Miss Kitsap pageant are no exceptions. They may not be able to slam dunk, but can you dance, sing, and schmooze like these girls? Take a look.
The Miss Paulsbo Scholarship Pageant has brightened the lives of many young women throughout the years. Every year, a whole new adrenaline rush enraptures a new group of women. After entering an application, the director chooses a brand new panel of contestants. A resume, essay, and platform later, rehearsals begin. Rehearsals focus on everything from talent to walking an evening gown.
Oh my gosh, I've done a lot to prepare for the competition. I've had to get my monologue together and memorize that, and just all the work that goes into preparing the outfits.
You know, just enjoying my time with everyone on Sundays is a great way to prepare, to get a feel of what the competition is going to be like, and just having fun is the best way.
Accompanying each contestant is a little sister appointed especially to her. The Little Sister program was created in 2000 in hopes to encourage young women to be confident and beautiful, both inside and out. With so much pressure on the contestants, Little Sisters provide the best support.
Well, Tori and I, we've hung out a couple times. We actually went to lunch at Olive Garden one day. Yeah, and we got the same exact thing. We both had to get cheese ravioli.
Tell them what we did the other night.
Well, she took me to see Yogi Bear in 3D.
The contestant will focus mainly on talent, which is worth 30% of the total score, making it the largest and most important section in the show. Talents can include anything from dancing, singing, acting, or playing some sort of instrument.
I had to start taking private lessons for hula because that's my talent.
Everything comes down to the magical moment in which the young, hopeful women step on stage in front of a panel of judges.
I'm most nervous about the evening gown because my dress is so long that I break the sequins on it all the time.
Definitely the onstage question. I just don't know why, but it's the most scary part for me.
After the pageant, the 3 lucky title holders enjoy a year full of 200+ appearances.
This year I've learned so much. It's hard to pinpoint one thing, but I've learned how to make myself approachable to other people. I can go into a room and talk to anyone now, so my confidence has been built a lot. And to make friends easily. I've made a lot of friends and relationships throughout this past year, and it's been great.
The rest collect their winnings of at least $500 in scholarship money.
I got my AA through Olympic College with this money, so otherwise I would have had to take out a loan. So just a lot easier this way.
You know, any way it benefits me is what it's going to happen. Like, you can't walk away empty-handed with this competition. You get scholarship money, you get new friends, and it's just a great experience.
We might mention that our reporter on that story, Jessica Townsend, was the first runner-up in the competition. And now, for another kind of competition. SK had an amazing dive team this winter. In fact, my teammates and I took 1st through 4th place at the district qualifier. Want to know how SK divers are so good? Take a look at this. Dive, being such a fast-paced sport, can look overwhelming at first, but local diver Joe Rose and his diving friends make it look easy. With their muscular strength and mental control, they excel at diving. Joe has competed at state for dive and is the current school record holder. Dive, like any sport, is physically demanding. Unlike most sports, which are aerobic, dive is an anaerobic sport.
You may not work out your muscles like intensely for long periods of time, but you work your muscles for speed, because like you have to snap down in like as fast as you can into a pike, or you have to jump off with all your leg power.
Diving is all about exploding off of the board and pushing yourself to the limit throughout the dive. Dive requires the use of many muscles.
The muscles that I work the hardest, my abs and my legs.
My abs, my core.
To train their bodies, divers need to work out all of their muscles. They do different exercises, from pike-ups for their abs to lunges for their legs. After working out and warming up, divers need to stretch. Without flexibility, diving would be near impossible.
Well, you can't really do a forward 3.5 pike with, where you can barely touch your toes in a pike position. I mean, you'll barely make a double.
The divers stretch all of their muscles with various stretches, from stretching their legs to stretching their shoulders. What sets dive apart from other sports is the mental aspect. Dive can be a scary sport. You have to dive from extreme heights at extreme speeds, all while flipping.
10 meter, it takes 3.54 seconds to hit the water, and you're going 35 miles an hour.
Going up and trying a new, harder dive is no easy feat. There is a huge factor of fear. The divers can get lost in the air and open out early, causing them to smack against the water. The results can be painful. After the divers perfect their dives, they are ready for competition. In a single competition, each diver does 11 dives and is judged by 3 or more judges. The scoring system is on a 10-point scale, meaning each judge can award a maximum of 10 points per dive.
Even though diving is subjective, there are 5 or 6 points that judges look at. They look at the approach, they look at the height of the dive, the form of the dive, whether it's supposed to be pike, tuck, straight, the body position in the air, and they also look at the entry. So there are some definite points that judges look at.
And with such a fast flipping movement, is it possible to miss anything when judging?
I try not to. I try not to miss anything.
But with the demanding physical and mental aspects and the complicated scoring system, is it really worth it to dive? Well, the only way to answer that is to ask, how does it feel to dive?
Amazing. Just that thrill of you could totally wipe out and it hurts like a mother, but it's amazing.
A hero's gonna save me just in time.
Wow, those guys are pretty talented. Now for those of us who aren't that athletic, there is hope. Not so long ago, a new game system came out that's gonna blow your minds, get you off the couch, and maybe even break a sweat. If you haven't heard about the Connect, Wolftrax is here to help. Right? High five. No? Okay, well here you go.
The Connect. A huge technological achievement from man. Once something we thought wouldn't exist till a very far future with flying cars and whatnot, now is a reality. Digital entertainment that requires no controller. The only controller you need is you.
This is weird.
The Kinect is a sensor for the Xbox 360 that uses nothing but your body, some open space, and your voice to control its functions. You can either wave or tell your Xbox to connect to sign in and enter its hub. In games, it copies and analyzes your body to play. If you want to select things, if you see it, you can say it, as the Kinect makers would say. Basically using your voice recognition to do things, or you could use your hands to select things by putting the selector over what you want to do.
You have the Force. We finally have the Force.
With the Kinect being so simple to use, anybody can play as long as they're willing to get off the couch and speak up a little.
It's flippin' freaking sweet, man. Yes. Anyway, so this teaches me how to do sports, because I get to run like this.
It's a good game. It's a good workout.
It takes specialty, that's creepy.
And I need something that us guys can play instead of girls playing shooting games all the time. Yeah, I was being completely sarcastic.
I like kicking her butt at table tennis.
I kind of suck at table tennis, but I am the best at boxing.
I've never boxed, so I don't know.
People of all ages can use it, including adults who didn't grow up with video games, or at least video games with this kind of technology.
Atari to now, the stuff that we saw in Back to the Future movies is real. That sort of thing. But it's fun.
I like it a lot. It teaches moves too. I mean, the dance part, the one I did was the dancing one. And it shows you moves and kind of teaches you how to dance too at the same time.
So the Kinect may seem like a perfect device, though there are a couple of technical problems.
It's actually really cool besides for the fact it's delayed. Maybe like a second delayed. You need to do it a little beforehand, but overall it's really entertaining.
The Kinect also requires you to clear a lot of living room space, possibly clearing that coffee table you have. And it may lose its users from time to time, but it does try to tell you where to go to get you back. And there's a rumor that black colored things have a hard time being scanned. This includes black people, and that is of course untrue. Overall, the Kinect is a very fun device that everybody can have friends and family enjoy this experience with everybody they know. Not just kids, not just adults, not old. Everybody can play the Kinect and have fun with it. Regarding its problems, that's a sacrifice that people have to make to enjoy this time. So, I hope you enjoyed this story talking about the Kinect, and hope you even get a chance to play it out yourself. And as it welcomes controller-free digital entertainment, I'm sure we'll be seeing much more from Kinect in the next coming years.
That's all the stories we have for you on this edition of Wolf Tracks.
If you'd like to know more about the South Kitsap School District, be sure to tune in to Wave Cable Channel 205 for all kinds of news, sport, and events.
Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.